To another episode. I've got something a little different for you guys today. I want to share with you 4 simple ways to correct your hormones. So I want to share with you 4 simple ways to correct your hormones. And when I say hormones, I don't just mean menstrual cycle, although I will be talking about that. I also mean the way your body works, because our body runs on hormones and our body's amazing how it actually all works. But hormones are so important to our general. I don't know why I can't speak today. Hormones are so important for our general health and well-being. There we go. But at this time of year, with COVID being almost a year now, 2020, if your hormones and menstrual cycle have gone a little crazy, you're not alone, because stress, being out of a routine, and many other factors can affect your menstrual cycle and the way you feel in general. So the idea of balancing hormones sounds great, right? The idea of, let's quote, get your hormones balanced, let's reset your hormones. It may sound a great idea, but it can put you off doing something like that if you have to uphold your whole life in order to do so. But I'm here to tell you the good news that you don't have to uphold your whole life to balance your hormones. You just need to keep it simple. Simple is best. It's only our egos, and when I say egos, I mean our brains, our minds, the way we like to think, the way we've been conditioned. Our egos want things to be complicated, or at least we think that in order for things to work, they need to be difficult and they need to be complicated. But that's simply not true with anything in life. So I'm going to share with you 4 simple ways that actually work to correct your hormones. So are you ready? Drum roll. Number 1, that's 2. Number 1 is get enough rest. And the word rest used to freak me the hell out, because I'll be like, there's no way I can rest. Got too much shit to do, all the excuses, right? But hormones love to rest. So many of my clients and myself have improved their sleep and are waking up with so much more energy, and this is due to a number of different reasons. So getting more sleep is an obvious one. Go to bed earlier, simple, that's one option. Introduce boundaries with yourself when it comes to screen time. And when I say screen time, I mean mobiles, laptops, etc. So 2 hours before you actually go to sleep, don't look at any screens. I know this is a difficult one, but it has such a huge effect on your hormones. There's another option around the screen thing. I still advise no phone and no work or laptop 2 hours before bed, but you can get blue light blocker glasses. Try and say that really fast. I actually should have brought them upstairs with me to show you. I've got a pair of blue light blocker glasses, and it basically stops all the harmful blue light reaching your eyes, because what the blue light does, and blue light, by the way, is through anything like your phone, your laptop, your TV, just your normal lights in your house. And what blue light does is it actually stops us from producing the hormone melatonin, which helps us go to sleep. It helps us be sleepy. So because my bedtime is really early, I go to sleep at 9, so I start my bedtime routine about 8:45. About 8:30, I'm yawning because the melatonin is being released in my body because it knows I'm going to sleep soon. So the blue light can stop that from happening. So use blue light blocker glasses. You can get them on the internet. It's ideal to get some decent ones because you know they're actually going to work. And mine really do make a difference to me. So try blue light. You can also, on your phone, to start with, you can have a special thing on your phone where you can ask it to put the blue light on naturally. And Jess will know exactly what I'm talking about now. It sounds funny calling it blue light, but we have a UV, which is a red light therapy I don't even know what it's called. It's like a sunbed, but a separate part of it, and it's not a sunbed, by the way. It's good for you. It's red light therapy. So when I meditate, I use the red light on my face, and then when I stop meditating and I take that away from me, the whole world looks blue because you can see the blue light so predominantly after you've not looked at the red light, but had that red light on you. So that's enough about blue light. Anyway, that's one option, to get blue light blocker glasses. Another option to improve your sleep is to do something relaxing before bed, right? So, for example, a bath, reading a book, listening to soft music, not going for a workout after dinner or working on your laptop. That's not relaxing. That will not help you have a good night's sleep. And again, having a good night's sleep really improves and resets your hormones. That's a really important one. So why not give one of these a go tonight? And then when you've done one, you can do another one. Hello, my friend. Number 2 is nourish yourself. It's common to feel drained at this time of year because of the nights are getting shorter. Sorry, I was distracted by a comment on Instagram. I'm talking about 4 ways to reset your hormones, by the way. It's common to feel depleted at this time of year because of the weather, because it's cold and the nights are drawing in. So nourishing yourself is so important. So listen to what what does your body need from you? In Europe, we're going into winter, so it's autumn at the moment. And we're having stews and soups and like all the root vegetables. So get yourself stocked up with root vegetables, meats, lentils, and really nourish your body because your hormones will thank you for it. And by the way, do not skip meals because it's so important to have balanced blood sugar levels for general well-being as well as hormone health specifically. So don't let yourself go hungry, and no one wants to be hangry, right? So don't let yourself get hangry, have balanced meals, nourish that amazing body of yours. That's number 2, is nourishment. So number 3 is move. And I don't just mean your body. So what I mean by this is movement in general. So autumn, which is where we are now in Europe, is like the season of your autumn in your menstrual cycle. And if you're not aware of what that even means and what the hell am I talking about, and if any men are watching, you probably won't even know what I'm talking about. But the autumn part of your cycle is the week before you start bleeding, and when you start bleeding, it's called your winter. So like in real life, now it's autumn, it's a good time to take stock of things, wrap things up and get ready for the winter that's ahead. So a great question to ask yourself now is, where in my life needs movement? Your body, for example, may be asking for movement. That could be through dance, yoga, running, the gym, weightlifting, go to a class, etc., or just doing some yoga and some stretching. Or perhaps you feel stuck in your head. So you might be contemplating on something and you can't decide. You just can't make your mind up, whether it's yes or no, whether to do it or not to do it, whatever that means for you. You might need movement there because you feel like you're stuck. Or maybe there's something going on in your life that needs attention and energy in order to progress with whatever it is. And in Chinese medicine, I love this, by the way, stagnation, which obviously means to just be still, not in a good way, causes pain. And we can see this show up in our cycle and in our life in all sorts of ways. So in our cycle, you'll be experiencing period pain, pain at ovulation, and irritability, to say the least. I'm in my autumn, like right now, in case anyone was interested. So get things moving and don't just focus on your body. Ask yourself that question: what in my life needs movement right now? And the last step, number 4, is mind work. And if you followed me for a while now, you will know that I always talk about mindset, because mindset is everything, and mind work falls under mindset, and it's super important for well-being of any kind. Thank you. And one simple but powerful practice you can do, and this is just one of many, is literally brain dump onto paper. Get all the thoughts out of your head. So have you ever sat, well, of course you have, because we're human, right? Have you ever sat or lay in bed, for example, and you've got all these thoughts going around in your head, and they feel like you've got like 1,000 of them, and then you actually write them down, and then you're like, oh, I swear there was more than 5. But the way our brains work, we keep playing them over and over again in our head. It's really helpful to just brain dump and just write all the shit down, excuse my language, that's in your head, because number one, that creates movement, and number two, it helps us to see our thoughts clearly, and then we can start to plan and do plan of actions and future predictions to help ourselves with the stuff that's going around in our head. And Jess is commenting on Facebook, saying brain dumping is so helpful. It really is, because when Tony Robbins has an amazing saying, I think it's Tony Robbins, I'm sure it is, isn't it, Jess? If you're in your head, then you're dead. Like, get out of your head, get it on paper. It's really, really helpful. So I hope these 4 steps have helped you, or you're going to start implementing them into your life. And I have so many more tools to help you improve your health and your life, but they only work if you actually do them. So knowledge is not power, action is power. So don't just listen and be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Actually do the things that I'm suggesting that you do, and see for yourself the benefits of this. You just need to take one step. Pick something from the list above that I've just explained, and my fiance is giving me hearts on Instagram. Thank you, darling. If you missed the first 2, go back and watch this. It will be on my Instagram TV. But pick one of the things that I've just spoke about, do that for a week, and then pick another thing and keep going, because little action steps create huge results, okay? And if your brain is saying to you, these strategies that I've just explained to you are so simple, they're not going to work, they will work. Don't listen to your brain telling you that, your ego. Prove it wrong. Simple is best. So try those things to balance your hormones. Let me know how you get on, and I will see you next week. Mwah! Love you all. Oh, how do I end Instagram? Instagram's changed. I'll end you in a second. Bye.